Hello everyone. Good evening. I'm going to share my screen. Okay. Let me know once you people are able to see. Okay.
Yes, sir, we can see your screen.
Okay. So do you have any question related to like the previous session? Anyone? If no, then we can start with the new topic, that is list styles. Okay. So how many types of lists are there in HTML? We have seen how many tags are there.
Ordered list and unordered lists.
That's it. We do have 3. So the last one is description list or definition list, isn't it? Okay. So here we are going to take one unordered list. In that we'll take some list item. List. Okay, fine. So here we have 7 lists. So what if I want to change these bullet points, or you can say disk, with some other type? What we can do?
List style type.
Oh, marker we can.
No, marker we cannot use. Marker we can just target by using that, and we can change the color. Okay.
List style type.
Not in CSS, in HTML. What we can do? Do you remember the? No. In UL tag only. What if I want to change this bullet point to circle or a square? We do have 3 options that we can pass. So what attribute I need?
Style.
Type
Type.
attribute. A style is for inline CSS. Okay. So type we can mention. The by default is disk. So that's why you are not able to see any changes here. If I'll mention here circle, so now we have circle. What else we can use here? Square, isn't it? Anything else we can use here? Do we have possibilities that we can use something else?
Disk.
Disk we have seen by default, the first one. Even if you will not use anything, that is by default disk only. Or you can write like this, disk. Okay. Fine. But we cannot change this one. We cannot put anything else. Okay. If you want a number, what you have to do? You have to change this one as OL tag, isn't it? And now, again, which attribute we have to use if you want to change this one into Roman number? Type attribute, isn't it? So if you'll give 1, so 1 is nothing but by default, it will be number only. Small or capital alphabets we can take, isn't it? As you can see here, small, that is also possible. We can take a small Roman number or capital Roman number. Anything else we can put here? Can we do anything else? Sorry, your voice is breaking. I'm not able to hear you clearly. So we cannot do anything else here. Okay, now I'm going to take this one UL only. Fine. So now we will change these styles of this list by using CSS. Okay, so I have already added that list style CSS file here and I have opened it here. So which element I have to target?
UL.
UL. Okay. And the property which we are going to learn about here, that is list style type. Okay, because we are going to target list. So that we can do here, list style type by default is what? Disk. So there's no change. Okay, fine. The first value you can use here, disk. Okay, I'm going to comment this one. What if you want this one as a square or circle? So simply I can mention here list style type as circle, isn't it? Now, what is the third value that we can use here?
Square.
A square. Is working, no? Is working fine, no? Now, what tag here we have? UL. So let's say here, instead of this, excuse me, a square or dot or circle, if I want numbers, is it possible that we can apply here in UL tag?
Cannot.
From HTML, we cannot, okay? But from CSS, that is the beauty of CSS actually. So from CSS, we can change it, even though if it is UL tag. So list style type, you have to use what? Decimal C. It is working, no? Now, even we can use here Roman numbers, okay? Lower Roman, we can use here, C. It is working. Now we can use here upper Roman, okay? Circle disk. Okay, we have 10 lists now. Upper Roman. Alphabets also we can use, no? So for that, you have to write for a smaller one, lower alpha. See a small ABC here we have as a list number or list name you can say here. Like that we have
class.
upper alpha. Guys, could you please put your mic on mute? Guys, everyone, please. Okay. So now we have upper alpha that you can see. After this, we have lower Greek. So as you can see here, we have alpha, beta, gamma, delta. Okay, that also you can use. After this, we have, again, I think we can use upper Greek is not there. Okay, so lower Greek, Lower Latin. This is also not working. Okay. So Lower Latin is also ABC only. Okay. So I'm not going to use this one. There's no difference here. Okay. Now we'll type upper. Upper Roman here we have, upper Latin we have, upper alpha. Okay. So Latin will come as same ABC only. So I'm not going to use this one now. We have Georgian. Okay. That we can see as a list. Fine. 1 second. Give me just 1 second. Yeah. So we have Georgian. Next one here we can use, we have seen these are the values which we can use here for disk, circle, square, decimal, lower Roman, lower alpha, upper alpha. Fine. Now, how many of you know Telugu? I don't know.
Yeah, Telugu, sir.
I know.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yeah, Telugu.
So if you want these numbers in Telugu, then what you have to do? Can we do that? Have you ever seen like a number?
List style type Telugu. Column Telugu.
Will work?
I
No.
think so. It should
No,
work.
no,
I guess no.
It will work.
It will
Okay.
work.
Yes.
Yeah,
See
that's
here.
great. I guess properly.
Oh, these are the numbers. Telugu
Yes,
number.
numbers. So for listing, we are seeing no. So list you will get in means number you will get in Telugu. That's what we are seeing. This
In
is
other
style type
languages.
only. I'm
Other
going to show you like what are the supported language. So if you are going to add these things like Kannada, okay, for that you have to use this one. I'm not sure whether in that number only it is, or but here we have to use list style type this Kannada. Okay, if you want that number. Another we have Tamil as well. See. Okay. What if you want this list number in Malayalam? That is also possible. Okay. Even you can change this number in Gujarati.
Sir, how it is supporting the languages? That's what surprised to say.
So see, as per the specification, they have added these languages which we can use, these values we can use. So these are the regional language. So that's why they have given it. Okay.
I don't know Gujarati, but I can understand the numbers in Gujarati.
Yeah.
That's in
Yeah.
Hindi based only.
Yes, yes,
Little
yes.
bit,
Like
yeah.
that.
But it is a bit different.
Similar.
It's similar, not exactly
9 is
same.
different. 9 is different.
1, 2,
Yes.
3, 4, 5.
Yeah.
Right.
So Gujarati also you can use. Yeah, Marathi also we have. Marathi directly you cannot use Marathi. We have another thing, another value that we will use. I'm going to
Oh.
show you that also. Okay. So Gujarati we have seen. What if you want this one in Urdu?
Arabic, Urdu only.
Urdu.
Okay.
Here we have. Okay.
Yeah,
So nice.
great.
Cool.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
Cool.
6, 9, 10.
What if you want these numbers in Persian?
Spanish, Spain.
Persian only you have to use. It's similar
Very similar.
to
Yes,
Urdu.
very similar.
Even we have Hebrew language. Okay. That you can use Hebrew. Okay. We have seen Urdu, Persian, Hebrew. Fine.
Hebrew is completely different.
Yes. Even we can use Bengali. Okay. Here we have this number in Bengali. Fine. Another value we can use for Punjabi. We do not have directly that keyword Punjabi. We have here Gurmukhi. Okay. Here, Muli Krishna, just few are there. I'm going to show you. Don't worry. Like the possible values, whatever the possible values we can use, that's why I'm showing. Everywhere you won't get, even in a specification also, you won't get each and everything. So that's why I'm writing all these values. Okay.
Yeah, for Marathi it's Devanagari.
Yes. So Gurmukhi here we have. Okay. Means Punjabi. For Marathi and Hindi, we can use Devanagari. Okay. Fine. So these are the values that we can use. Even we have like Chinese, Japanese, Korean language, but I'm not going to show you here. So these are the regional language which you can use. Mostly we are using these things. Okay. So here, apart from that disk, why we are using list style type? Now you got it, no? Because these many types we cannot use in HTML. Okay. Is that clear? Everyone?
Oh, yes, sir. But I do have a question here.
Mhm.
If this, if I change the browser language to, let's take an example, this list style type is something like Gujarati. If I change this language type it to Hindi, and this list type will be changed.
No, I don't think it will change. You have to mention over there. Because
Okay.
see, if you have bullet points
Mhm,
and you are changing the language in Gujarati,
mhm.
so how about that then? It will be in bullet points only, no? So you have to explicitly write that list style type
Okay.
for
Okay.
that particular language.
Okay.
Sir, for
Good.
the order list and unordered list, it works same way, right? I just tried
Yes, yes, yes.
UL and OL
Yeah, it
attribute.
will work. Yeah.
Okay.
Now, by default here we have disk. Okay. If you don't want any list, then you can use list style type.
None.
None. Okay. Fine. So these are the possible values that you can use for list style type. Okay. Now another thing here we have after this property. I'm going to use here background color. Okay. As gold. Fine. Another property for list here we have list style. Okay. List style position. So by default, it is outside. There's no change. Another value we can use here, then you will get the difference, what exactly it is. That is inside. So are you able to see any difference now? these lists are little bit indented. Okay. Now this is indented. I can show you now here. I'm going to remove here the padding. Okay. So right now I'm using list style position inside. That's why these bullet points are inside this. You can see the background color we have applied. No. So that is inside. If you will use outside, then bullet points will be outside that box. So it is there, but you are not able to see. So for that one, we can use here margin, let's say 20 pixels. Then you will do so. Okay. So right now these bullet points are outside that UL box. Okay. So if you want to change the list style position, you can use either outside or inside. So outside is the default one. Okay. This one is default one. Okay. The next property here we have the third and last one, that is list style image. So here you have to use URL function. And here you have to give the path. So I'm going to take here one image path. We have already used these things in image and content also, generated contents, if you remember. We'll close this one. Here I'm going to pass that path, and dimension I'm going to take it as, let's say 10. Here we have image instead of that bullet points. Okay. So what if I'm going to use this list style type none? What will happen?
It will be image.
It will be image.
Nothing will be.
It will be. So list style type is for these types. So at a time you can use either list style type or list style image. Both you cannot use at a time. Okay. So that's why even though if I'll remove this one, default will be disk. But when I'm using this one, I'm not able to see that disk, I'm able to see image. So at a time, you cannot use both list style type as well as list style image. Okay. Any one of them you have to use. And this list style position will work for both. So this one is outside by default. I'm not going to show you this one. So I'm going to show you this one, list style position. So see, now those images are inside that box. Okay. Now, after this, we have a short hand property that is list style. In that you have to pass value either list style type or list style image. Okay, any one of them you have to use. And let's say list style value, I'm going to use none. See, I'm not able to see anything. So what if I'm going to use here Telugu inside position? Okay, inside. See, it is working. No? Again, if you will use the same thing here, we are using list style type as well as list style image, both. Then what will happen? image will work. Here it is going to override that one. At a time you cannot use both. Okay, so here you have to use either list style type or list style image. Do you have any question here, anyone? No?
If we want to use certain emoji, can we do that?
You can use, but here directly if you want to use like this one, let's say I'm going to show you one thing here. Here we have some emoji that you can see. Okay. We'll copy this one. Okay. And instead of this, if you'll try to use like this, see, it is working, no? So you
Yes.
can use emoji also. Is that clear, everyone?
Yes.
Okay. So do you have any other question in this one? No questions? Okay, then we will do one exercise. Let's say here we have 15 lists. Okay, 15. And what I want is, now I'm going to remove these things, not required. First 5 should be in red. Okay. And next 5 should be in green and last 5 should be in blue color. So what we can do? What we have to do here?
Can we apply for class, sir?
No, we do not have to use classes. We have to use nth child. Just hint I'm giving you. And you need to use algebraic expression.
Sir, 1 and 2n.
1n plus
and
5.
So tell me what I have to write here. Li nth child, no? Nth child. So color I'm going to apply here. First, as I said, will be red. So what I have to write here, expression for first 5.
5.
Sorry.
1n plus 5.
Yep.
So 1n plus 5 means it will start from 5 and will repeat on each and every element.
1
you-
plus 1 and
1n plus 5, first thing as you said, it will start from 5th. Okay, and each and every element is in red color. So what we can do?
Even or odd?
Even on odd, if we will use, then what will happen? Alternate it will target. But I want first 5 list. Excuse me.
1 plus 1 and
1 plus 1 n means 1n plus 1 you are saying.
yeah.
So it will target each and every element.
Not
Sorry.
yeah. Not 1n plus 5. I mean
Come again. Hello.
1n plus 5.
1n plus 5.
Can we put this nth child inside of not function?
Inside not we cannot. After this we can put here not. Now tell me what to do next.
Yeah.
Can we do one thing? If you remember, can we use minus values? What is the meaning of this one? Minus n plus 5.
Will target 5, then minus it will.
Target 5 means it is going to target the fifth element, and then
Decrease.
minus n or 1 minus 1n is same. Okay. So now you can check here. So repeat on each and every element in reverse order. Minus means in upward direction. So it will work. Okay. So iteration, even if you are not understanding how it is working, iteration you can count. You remember that, no? 1 into 0 plus 5, 1 into 1 plus 5, like that. And sign is minus. Okay. So you can calculate like that. We have already covered this one. Now for next 5 element, what we can do? Can we write like this?
Five plus one n.
Sorry.
5n minus 5n plus 10. 6.
Minus 5n.
No, minus 1. Sorry, minus n plus 10. Yeah.
So it will work for first till first.
Plus 5.
Plus 5. So again, it will be same, no? As you can see here, we have. So can we do one thing?
10 minus 5n. Minus 5n plus 10.
Minus 5n plus 10, how it will work?
In reverse order, like.
No. So if you will target like this, just it is going to target the 10th element. Okay. And let me tell you like how it will work. I'm going to use here lime green. Okay. So see here, this one and then this one, then fifth element again in minus. So it is not going to work. So can we 1n? 1n again here we have like from 10 to 1 it will be in lime color. It will override the first rule. So we can do one thing instead of that. Target sixth one and repeat on each and every element. So it is targeting here till 15, no? So can we now replace like can we write for last 5?
Yes.
We have from here to here, but we can override, no, that one.
Yes.
What we can do?
Eleven plus 1 and 9.
Sorry. Now tell me.
1n plus 11.
Here we have to write 11
Plus 1. Plus 1n.
1n, isn't it? Even instead of writing this one, we can do what? Simply 1n. Then also it will work, isn't it? Repeat on every element and then target sixth one. So it is overriding the first rule. So for fifth means till fifth it will work. And after that we have another rule here we have. Again, we are overriding this one with this. So you got it, no? How it is working?
Yes.
So do you have any question? Anyone? No. Okay, fine. So we are done with the list style module. Now we are going to start with the box model. Okay. What was your question, Murli Krishna? That URL we set from front end or JS? Means simply we are front end or JS? I didn't get your question. Okay. So now I'm going to create another file here, that is box model module. HTML and then okay. So here I'm going to create now again the basic HTML skeleton. We'll add that link CSS. Okay, fine. We'll save this. So in box model, in this module, we are going to learn about the width property. We have seen many times like the width and height property, but now we are going to learn about that in this module: width property, height property, min height, min width, max height, max width, border, padding, margin, box sizing, rounded corners, overflow, and box shadow. Okay, these things we will learn in this module. Fine. So first, I'm going to take here one div. One second. Div. Okay. Guys, could you please put your mic on mute? All of you. Now we'll target that div. Okay. That div element. Fine. Background color I'm going to apply first. Background color as gold. Okay. So the first property, as I said, we are going to learn about width. So in this property, we can use any distance unit, okay, which we have learned yesterday. Pixel, point, picas, okay, mm, cm, inch, quarter millimeter. But as I said, so last four, yesterday we have seen no, like quarter millimeter, millimeter, centimeter, and inch is not recommended for the web development. So here I'm going to use pixels only. Okay. So simply if I'll write 100 pixels, what will be the output? Nothing, because we do not have height.
Height.
So next property here, we have to use height. Okay. Height also I'm going to apply here as 100 pixels. Now we will be able to see that. Yes. So here we have this div. So instead of 100, we'll take 200. Fine. So width and height we have seen here. Fine. Next property here we have, that is min width. Okay. Minimum width here. So what I'm saying, minimum width should be 100 pixels for this div. Minimum width. So let's say if I'm going to make this one as 0. So now what will be the width for this div?
100.
or 0? Which one?
100.
It will be 100 because here we have applied this property and I'm saying minimum width should be 0, even though if you're not applying width property. So in that case, you can see the width of this div is 100 pixels. What if I'm going to put here width as 300 pixels?
It will be 300.
It will be 300 because here we have restrictions for minimum, okay, not for maximum. So now it is going to work, and as you can see here, width for this div is how much? 300 pixels. Same here we have max width, okay, maximum 200 pixels, max width 200 pixels. So now what will be the output here? Width of this div, how much it will be?
200 pixel.
200 pixels. But I have applied here width as
300.
300. So that will not work because here we are restricting that for this particular element, maximum width should be 200 only. Got it?
Yes.
Min and max is clear.
Yes.
Everyone?
Yes, sir.
Okay, fine. Now, the same thing for height. Min height. Minimum height, I'm saying 100 pixels. So what will be the output?
100 into 300.
It will
200
remain
pixel. 200.
100 into 300.
now. Min height is 100 pixels. Width is 200, height is 200. Output will remain same or it is going to be
Minimum
The height will be 200
Same,
pixels
sir.
because we have assigned 200 pixels.
Yeah, because here we have restriction for the minimum height. Minimum should be 100 pixels, but it is greater than 100, no? Height you can see. So there is no issue. It will remain same. What if I'm going to mention this one as 100?
There will be no effect because both are same. 100 pixel, 100 pixel.
So width will be how much now? Sorry, height will be how much?
100 pixels.
100 pixels only. Fine. Now I'm going to change this one to 50 pixels height. Excuse me.
100 pixels.
100 pixels only because minimum height I'm saying it should be 100. Even though if you're going to minimum height, no? Even though if you're going to set height as 50 or less than 100, it will not work. Okay. So minimum height you can see is still same. Okay. Now I'm going to add here max height. Maximum height I'm saying it should be 200 pixels. Okay. Now
50 pixel will prevail, I think. Yes,
so
50 pixel.
height will be how much?
50 pixel.
Height. Minimum height I'm saying 100. So it will be 100 only, no?
Okay, you have assigned limited
Here we have
minimum height,
restriction.
maximum
Minimum
height
height should
both.
be 100 only.
Yes, it's kind of range you are giving.
Yes. Now
Okay.
if I'm going to add here 500 pixels height, what will be the output now?
200 pixels.
Height will be 200 pixels because maximum height limit is 200. And if it will exceed more than that height property value, then it will restrict there. Like maximum you can have just 200 pixels only. So it will be 200 only, not 500. If you will remove this restriction, max height, then it will be 500. Got it, everyone?
Yes, sir.
Okay, fine. So we are done with the height, width, min height, max height, min width, max width. Fine. Okay, fine. So next property we are going to learn about, that is border. Okay. So the property we are going to learn about border, first property for border is border width. Okay. So here also you can pass any distance unit. Okay. Any distance unit in border width. So let's say I'm going to apply here 10 pixels border. If I'll save, what will happen?
There will be 10 pixel border, thickness 10 pixel.
No, right now it is not going to work because we have to use another property also for this one, and that is simply here you have to use border style. Okay, border style. So I'm going to use the first border style property value, that is solid. So now you will be able to see a border around this div. Okay. So first one is border width. Width is for the thickness of this border. Okay. You can use even 50 pixels also. It will work. Okay. So for border thickness, you have to use this one, border width property. And for style, you have to use border style. So this is the first value that you can use for border style. Okay. Next one is, after this solid, we have dashed. That you can use border style. Another one here we have after this dashed that you can use is dotted. Okay. Okay. After this, we have border style. We have seen solid, dashed, dotted. Now we have double. Okay. Here we have double. Next, after this, we have,
Wave.
sorry,
Wave.
no. So that
Last.
is in text decoration we have seen. That's why you are saying like solid, dash,
Yes.
dotted.
Yes, sir.
No, here we do not have wave. Okay. So here we have after this groovy. So see here how it is like 3D effect. You can see 50 pixels how it is. Okay. If you will use this groove, so see how sharp edge it is in between, and here we have inside that you can say kind of inset. Here we have dark gray and then white combination. Okay. Another one here we have border style outset. Okay. See how it is outset. Okay. So it seems like the outer border is sloped. Okay. And this one is like kind of top view of pyramid. Okay. So you can use outset. Another value you can use here, border style. After this, like we have seen outset, groove, inset also we have. Okay, inset. Now we have, after this one, ridge. See, so these are the possible border styles that we can use. Okay, and the last one is, if you don't want any border, simply you have to write border style none. Okay, is that clear, everyone? Now, border width, border style is clear? No?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Okay, fine. So next thing here we have after this one, border color, red. So I'm applying border color red, but we do not have any style right now. See here, we have red color. For this one also, red. I'm going to make this one as 10 only, red. For dotted also, it is red. For double, it is red. See how it is. The outer, now I'm going to make this one 50. So here, now the combination you can see, it is complete red and dark red combination. Even though if you are applying here red color, we have like two different combinations. Same thing for outset also. Okay, just for like 3D effect. So we do not have the same color, otherwise it will be like same similar kind of this one, solid one. Okay, so that's why here we have two shades. One is red and it's darker shade. Same for inset, you can see here. Here we have ridge, this one. None. Okay, so we are going to use here this. So these three properties you can use: border width, border style, and border color. Is that clear, everyone?
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
fine. Now, okay, one more thing I'm going to show you. So here we have border width, border style, border color. Fine. Not here. I'll show you later. Now, what if you want just border top? Okay, border top. So for that one, you can use border top width property. Again, so for top also you have to use this one. Border width is there, but just we are using one extra keyword here. What is that? Top. Border top width 10 pixels. We are not able to see anything because we have to apply what? Border top style, isn't it? So here we are going to take it as solid. Fine. We have now border and border top color will take red. Fine. We have border for this div just for the top edge. Okay. So what if we want for the right? Can we do that? Just we have to write here, right here also, right, right. We'll take this one as, let's say, 15 pixels. And instead of solid, I'm going to take it as dashed line. It is working, no? For top, we have different border thickness or width, color, as well as style. For right side, we have different style. Same thing we can do for bottom also, isn't it? What we have to write here now? Instead
Bottom.
of right, we have to write here bottom. Here also bottom, and this one also bottom. Okay. We'll take this one now as 20 pixels. Double indigo. We have, you can see for this div, 3 different sides with the 3 different border. Okay. Now the fourth one I'm going to use here, that is for left side. Okay. And this one I'm going to take it as dotted. Okay. And take blue color. So what we have to use here now? Left. Okay. Left. It is working, no? So you can target individual side of that particular div, isn't it? Everyone, this one is clear now?
Yes,
How it
sir.
is working?
Yes, it's
Fine.
clear.
Clear, sir.
Fine. So here, how many lines we have written for these 4 sides?
16.
12,
12.
isn't it? So instead of writing this, okay, what I'm going to do, we'll use border width, okay, as 10 pixels. Okay. And next one is border style solid, border color as red. So what will be the output now?
All sides it will be making this.
10 pixels
And
solid red color
Yes.
border, isn't it? Fine. So we have seen this one, this thing. So if you are passing just one value, 10 pixels, so it is getting applied on all these 4 sides of that particular div. Now I'm going to apply here 10 pixels, one space is there, and then 20 pixels. What will be the output? It is correct or not?
Yes, it is correct.
Correct, sir.
So what will be the output now?
I think 10 pixel
Top-
top bottom and
top
20
and
pixel
bottom.
right left.
Exactly. So that you can see here how it is working. Fine. Now I'm going to apply 3 values. Now what will be the output? It is correct?
Yes, sir. Correct.
Okay, so what will be the output now?
The top left,
Top
top left and bottom.
And how about the left one?
Left, right,
Top,
bottom.
right, and bottom. There should be one more.
Top,
value.
right, bottom, left.
So here we have just 3 values, no?
Yes, sir.
So it will work for all corners, means all sides
No.
or not?
No, sir.
No, sir.
Either 4 should be there or 2 and this one.
See, when I was applying here, just 1, it was working for
4 sides.
All sides.
4 sides. When I was applying 2 values, it was working for 4
Only
sides,
two
no?
Sides.
So first one is for
Yes.
top and bottom, and another one is for left and right. Now here we have 3 values. So what will happen, you know? First one, clockwise it will come. First one is top, this one is right as well as left, same. And this one is for bottom. So top is 10, 20 is for right and left, 30 is for bottom. Clear? Now,
Yes, sir.
if you will use 3, means 4 values, then it's clear. Like first one will be for top, then right, then bottom, then left.
Then left.
Okay, fine. Same thing is for border style. So if you're using just one, solid means for all sides it is solid. Now I'm going to use double. What will be the output now?
Top, bottom, solid, right, left, double.
Exactly. It is working, no?
Yes.
Top,
Now-
bottom only.
I'm going to use dotted. What will be the output now? Top is solid.
Top, right, bottom.
No. Again, in the same way, you have to understand this one, no? First one is for top. We have just 3 values. So first one is for top. This one, second one is for right and
Right and
right
left.
and left. And last one is for bottom. Okay.
Bottom.
Yes. Exactly. It is working in the same way, no?
Right.
Top.
Correct, no?
Yes.
Okay. Now we have dashed. So what will be the output? Top is solid, right is double, bottom is dotted, and left one is dashed. Clear? Now, how about this border color? If I'm passing just one, so all sides you can see the border color is red. Now lime. What will be the output? Top and bottom in red,
Red.
right and
Left,
left in
Will
lime,
be line, right, and left.
isn't it?
Yes.
Now the third value I'm going to use here is indigo. What will be the output now?
Dotted is the indigo color.
Red top, lime, right and left, and indigo bottom.
Bottom, exactly. As you can see here. Now we have the last one. I'm going to take it as, let's say, crimson. So it's clear, no? Top is red, right is lime, bottom is indigo, and left one is crimson. Clear?
Yes,
So
sir.
instead of writing these 12 lines, okay, 12 lines of code, here we can write just in 3 lines.
3 lines.
If you have to target individual site with individual, like here you have the different values for the border width and border style and border color, then you can go with this. Okay, clear, no?
Yes, clear.
Yes.
Fine. Now after this one, we have one shorthand property which we were using directly. As you can see here, we have border. So here you have to use all those 3 things. Okay. So simply if I will use 10 pixels. So what is 10 pixel?
Width.
Pixel width.
Border width. If I'll save, what will happen?
It will be applicable to all sides.
But
Thickness.
you will be able to see.
Not C.
No.
Okay. So next value we are going to apply what?
Style.
Style.
Model.
Style. Okay. So style I'm going to apply here solid. Now I'm going to save this one. What will happen?
All sides 10 pixels solid.
Solid border style will be there. If I'll save, it will work.
No, we have to give some color,
Color.
border color.
So if I'm not giving any color, then
Default
Then
yellow color will
border will
Default
not
black.
be visible.
Can't
black
see.
color.
Black.
Black
So
color.
here we have black color border. So what is the default color of the border?
Black.
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 That is not the correct answer. Now I'm going to show you here how it is working. So in interview also they can ask you like this. Okay, and most of the time the person who is having more than 5 years of experience, no, they also answer like the default color is black only. But that is not the case. Here we have text, no? Inside that div we have text, no?
Yes.
Fine. I have applied any color here for this border.
No.
No.
Tell me one thing. What if I want to change color of these text as red? What we have to do?
Text color.
Color red.
Color red. So in output, what you are expecting? What is going to happen?
Text color will change to red.
And how about border color? That will be also in red color. Okay. So what is happening now? You understood, no? If you are not giving the border color property, what is happening? It is taking the default color as
Text color.
whatever we have the value for that particular element for the color property, it is taking that one only. So here we have one keyword called what? Current color. If you remember, we have learned about that. So the current text color value it is taking. Okay. So whatever color, in case if you're not giving any color, no. So whatever color property value will be there for that particular element, the same will be applicable for the border color also. Is that clear now?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So if you will change this one, because the by default color of any text, if you are not applying, then what is that? Black. But that is not the case for the border color. So border color will be always the current color keyword here. You have to mention that is the current color. So whatever color you are going to apply, if you are applying here indigo, and explicitly if you are not giving any border color, then it will take the current color. Okay. So here see, it is
And
working,
in
no?
this case, current color will be indigo, right?
Yes.
Without even mentioning current color also, the result
Yes.
will
Yeah, will remain same. So why I have written that? Because internally it is using what? Current color keyword only. Okay. So that is the reference here. Now, instead of this, if I'm going to use here red, what will be the output now?
red color will be the border color.
Yeah, and text color will be
Indigo.
Indigo.
Is that clear now?
Yes.
Okay, so now we are done with.
Sir, you are targeting div na, sir. If we targeting paragraph and change color means
Anything, any element I said, no. Here we have div. If you have paragraph, it will work same for the paragraph also.
sir,
So this is not a specific for the element. This is about border property.
this
Okay.
paragraph inside div na, sir.
This is not paragraph. I have directly written this text inside div.
Okay, sir.
Got it?
Got.
Div.
Is that clear, everyone? These things?
Yes, sir. Please.
Okay, fine. So one more thing in border I want to explain you. So here we are mentioning what is this? 10 pixels is what?
Width.
Border width. So we do have 3 predefined keywords for border width that we can use. Let's say if I'm going to use here solid, okay, red, and 10 pixels in this order, it is working. One more thing, if I'm going to use this one as solid 10 pixel red, it is working. So order doesn't matter here. That also you need to remember. In interview, they might ask you this one also, whether if you will change the order, it will work or not. It will work, because here there is no confusion in these things. This is the distance unit. Here we have color, and this is the border style. Okay. Is that clear?
Yes, sir. Yes.
So order also doesn't matter here. You can write in any order, but the best thing is you have to write first border, width, then style, then color. Okay. Fine. Next thing here we have, as I said, like 3 keywords are there. Border, thin, solid, red. So what is thin right now here? You can guess now. That is
Width.
border width. So if you are going to use thin keyword in border width, that will be 1 pixel border. So that I can show you here. I'm going to inspect this one. We'll target this div. We'll show you here. This is border, no? How much it is? Top, right, bottom, left. How much it is? 1 pixel. So if you are using thin keyword, it will be
1 pixel.
1 pixels only. Another one here we have, that is medium. So if you will use medium, again, this is also the value for border width only. So it will be 3 pixels. See here. We have 3 pixel border. As you can see here, we have 3 pixels. Okay. Now the last one is thin, medium, and thick. Okay, thick. So thick is 5 pixels. That you can see here. We have 5 pixels border. So you can use directly thick. If you have to use 5 pixels, then you can go with the thick instead of writing 5 pixels. Is that clear, everyone? Now? So we are done with the border property also, and I have shown you like all the possible ways that we can write border property. Done?
And I mean, inline elements also. I mean, box model is applicable for inline elements.
See, right now, like we are learning about these things, border. So border is applicable for each and every element. So if you are asking about width and height, okay. So those things we will learn in about display module. We have the separate module. Okay. In that I will show you, like if you are using block level element, inline element, or inline block element. So when padding will work, when margin will work, when like height and width will work, everything I'll show you there. Okay. Don't worry about that. The difference between, like in interview also they ask like, what is the difference between inline and inline block and block level element? I'll explain you that also. Don't worry.
Okay.
Okay. So we have learned about the width, height, min width, max width, min height, max height, and all the border properties, isn't it? Now the next one here we have, that is in box model module, here we have this div. Okay, so now we are going to learn about padding. Anyone know like why we use padding?
Yes.
Yes,
Gap between
it's
text
Space
and
between
around.
the content. and the-
Sorry.
gap between content
And border.
Around the element to add the space around the.
Just for a
Yeah.
spacing purpose
So
between border
spacing.
and actual content inside the div.
Okay, yeah. So between border and
The content
content.
inside the
Content.
border.
Content. So if you want some space, for that purpose we use padding, isn't it? We have seen cell padding in table, no?
Yes.
yes sir.
Yeah, and cell spacing for
Yes,
like
sir.
space outside that border or content, or you can say cell, that is kind of margin. So here also we have padding property. So now what I'm going to do, here I'll apply. Again, I'm going to target div. We have already written on top, div is there, and here we have this height and width. Okay, so now I'm going to copy this one and we'll comment for now, and same thing will copy and paste here. We'll save this. Okay, so width and height, everything is there. Now we know about border also, so I'm going to apply border thick
Solid.
solid red. Okay, so thick means how much it is? 5 pixels.
5
Pixels.
Okay, fine. So instead of this div, what I'm going to do, the better thing is I'm going to take here one paragraph. Okay, here we have one paragraph, and we'll target
Only paragraph.
this paragraph. Okay, so width and height I'm going to remove because this is not required right now for this demonstration. Okay, fine. So here we have one paragraph. Background color, as you can see, is gold, and here we have one border around this paragraph. So now what if you want some space between this border and content? Okay, let's say on top of this paragraph you want some space or gap, okay, inside this border. So then you have to use padding top, and here again you can use any distance unit. Okay, so let's say I'm going to use here 10 pixels. So if I'll save, you will be able to see here the change. See, now we have no 10 pixels gap. We are able to see that clearly, no? So between content and border. What if you want right hand side of this one, this paragraph, the same
Padding right.
Padding right.
padding right? Now I'm going to give here as 20 pixels. So right side here we have 20 pixels gap. Okay, so that I can show you here. I'm going to inspect this. We'll target this one. So here we have, you can see this one is the content. So when I'm hovering here, you can see on the paragraph also that area will be highlighted. See, this is content. And on top of that and right, you can see that gap is there, no?
Yes
So
sir.
here we have padding. You can see padding 10 pixels on top and right 20
20
pixels.
pixels.
So while debugging in real time, if you're working, sometimes what you have to do, you have to check here like how much padding if I'll keep, then it will look good. So simply if you will double click here and just will press the up arrow key. So we are able to increase the padding, or down arrow key also you can press to decrease the padding, isn't it? Even if you want to debug that one in real time, what you can do, simply you have to click on this pointer, select that particular element, okay, and here, okay, we have already that padding top and right. So here also you can increase that one or decrease that one. One more thing here we have, see here we have value in pixels. So whatever the possible values that we can use for this one, you can see here automatically it is coming here. Okay, so you can use these units as I said. So these are the what type of units you can see, what type of units these are.
Distance and
Is there
viewport.
Absolute.
this everything is like distance units, isn't it?
Yep.
So is there any unit which we have not learned in that list?
No.
No, we have learned each and everything, isn't it? So you can use all those distance units. Clear?
Hello, sir. On your inspect page, how it's showing HTML, then body, and then paragraph tabs. For me, why it's showing like HTML? So
HTML?
yeah, only HTML. See here. How you have a tabs like HTML, body, and paragraph.
So
Down.
this one.
No, it was showing right now. Above the style computed. If you go down here, it was showing the body, paragraph, tabs. It's not showing right now.
This one.
Yeah, near the HTML, it was showing body and paragraph for you.
Okay, so you
So
have
how to
to
get that?
in CSS styles you are saying in this area. So first click on pointer, target that
Mhm.
particular element, then it will show.
Oh, okay.
This one only you are asking, no?
Yeah.
Yeah, so you need to target that particular element.
Yeah,
First
I
you
got
have to
it.
click, yeah. So here we have now padding right. For padding bottom, what we can do? Shortcut you can use here. Like simply if you will press PB, that is nothing but padding bottom. And then I'm going to apply here 30 pixels. Okay. And padding right 40 pixels.
It should be left.
Okay, sorry. Thank you, Jania. Okay, so here we have top, right, bottom, left padding. Okay, so as you can see here, we have space between content and border. So what if I'm going to remove this border now? What will happen?
Nothing. I mean, padding will remain.
Yeah, padding will remain same. Just we are removing what? Border, isn't it? So here we have padding. So padding again, we have between the outermost corner here. If you do not have any border, so from the outer edge, you can see the space between the outer edge, you can see here, and between content, isn't it? But if you have borders at the time, it will be easy to understand like how it is working, isn't it? So even though if you have border in your code or you are not using border, then also padding will remain same. But you need to understand how padding is working. Padding will always work inside that element and between like element outer edge and content. Is that clear, everyone?
Yes, sir.
Yes, it's clear.
Okay. Now we can use here shortcut of this one instead of using this padding. So what if I'm going to apply here 10 pixels? What will happen?
Top, bottom, left, and right.
Sides.
All
All over
All,
spacing will be 10 pixels.
yeah, 10 pixels it will be. Okay, we have 10 pixels gap. You can see, no? See that green color box here, we have green. That is nothing but padding. So this is our content. This is padding. Okay, 10 pixels, fine. What if you want like top and bottom 10 pixels and left and right 20 pixels? So here we can write simply 20 pixels like this, in the same way as we have seen in the border. So first one is for top and bottom. Second one is for
Right.
right and left. Okay. Is working, no? So it's buy one, get one free off. So same
Yeah,
thing here
that's
we
it.
have. Now 10 pixels, 20 pixels and 30 pixels. What will happen now?
20 pixel for right and left, and 30 pixels
For bottom and 10 is
bottom,
for
10
top.
pixels for top. Yes.
It is working, no?
Yes.
Now 10 pixels, 20 pixels, 30 pixels and 40 pixels. So for all 4 sides here we have different padding. Is that clear?
Yes.
Yes.
And someone said like in the beginning only, like whether box model will work or not. So padding and margin, I will show you like how it will work with the block level element, inline element and inline block element. Okay, don't worry about that. Okay, so just I'm explaining you here about these properties, how it will work. Okay, so padding is clear now.
Yes.
Okay, fine. The next property here we have margin. Okay, so how margin actually works? Any idea?
Spacing between two boxes, or
I
you can
mean
say
the
two containers.
space
If
from border.
if we do not have two box, just we have one box, then margin will work or not?
Yes, it will work.
It
Work,
will work.
Outside
Yes,
space.
there will be
The
some
viewport.
default margin.
Yeah, default margin will be there, but as you said, like the padding will work inside, like the border and outside the content. Means that is the gap between content and border. Simple, no? So margin is just opposite of that. So margin is the
Yes.
space outside the border. Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah. So here, if you want some space outside the border of any particular element, okay, then you have to use what? Margin. So as you can see, I have not applied any margin over here, but here we have margin for this. Which element
default.
we have? Default margin is how much? Top is 16, bottom is 16, isn't it? We have not applied it. So what you can do universal reset simply. Excuse me. So universal selector, you know what we have to do for
Star.
universal selector?
Star.
Star and then declaration block. Okay.
Margin.
So margin 0.
Margin 0.
So we do
Padding
not have
0.
any margin. Padding is not required because by default padding
Yes.
for some element it will be there, for some it will not. Okay, so in this case we are not going to use padding 0. Okay, so now you see here around this paragraph, we have any margin or any space?
No.
No,
No, there is no margin.
there
Reference
is
to the
no.
viewport.
So
Sir, what was the default margin earlier?
so
Default margin
top and bottom it was 16 pixels. Okay, for
16 pixels. Okay.
yes. So here we have now means universal reset, like margin we have applied as like 0. Now for margin, what we have to do, if you want margin, okay, margin on top means space on top of this box outside this border. So here we have how much?
Right
It
now
is
it's
not there.
0.
So it is by default 0. So can we increase it now? See, it is working, no?
Yes.
So on top you can add what? Margin. So for
Margin.
that one, what you have to do? Empty
Margin
margin top,
top.
let's say 20 pixels. Okay. And now I'm going to refresh this one. So we have 20 pixels margin on top, no? What if you want margin right? Margin right,
right.
20 pixels. So from right also we have no 20 pixels. Now, as we do not have any other element immediately after this one, we will not able to see margin bottom right now. Margin bottom, if I'm giving 20 pixels, there is no change in that. But if you will simply target this one, okay.
Yeah.
So see here, we have how much?
20.
Top we have 20, right we have
20,
bottom we have
20.
left
0.
0. So now I'm going to add margin left also 20 pixels. So see here. So we have added these things, means margin simply like 20 pixels top, right, bottom, left. Okay, fine. So after this one, what I'm going to do is,
can we apply margin 0 instead of like a margin auto?
I'm coming to that also. I'm not done yet with margin, no. Okay, so here we have another box. Okay, so here we have another box. Now you are able to see no the gap between these two boxes. So for this paragraph also again we have top, right, bottom, left, margin, because we are using which element?
Paragraph.
Paragraph. Fine, fine. Okay. So now we know like how to apply top, right, bottom, left margin. Fine. Now I'm going to use directly the shortcut, the
Margin.
shorthand properties margin. So simply if I'll use 20 pixels, what will happen?
All borders should.
Yeah, same.
Okay.
For all side, it will be
Same.
20 pixels. Okay. Now 20 pixels and 30 pixels. Now
Top,
top
bottom,
and bottom 20, right, left
30.
30. Okay. As you can see here. 10, 20, 30. Now
Left, right 20. Top 10. Bottom 30.
yes. It is padding. So here we have to use
Margin.
margin. Okay. It's working, no? Here we have 30, 20, 10. And right side
0.
also. Right side is also 20,
Right,
no?
30.
20.
Yes, yes.
And now we can, okay. Okay, 40 pixels. So now this is working for all 4 sides. So now we know like how to use shorthand property also, isn't it? Fine. I'm going to write simply here, let's say 20 pixels, top and bottom, 40 pixels, left and right. Fine. Okay.
Yes.
That you can see here. Are you able to see that? Like info window kind of thing, paragraph, color, font, background, margin, everything is there, no?
Yes. Yes.
So here you can see margin is 20 pixels, space 40 pixels, means top and bottom 20, right and left 40. Fine. For this one also you can see is same, no?
Yes.
Isn't it? Fine. I'm going to use here one thing. See, for this paragraph at the bottom, how much it is? Margin?
20.
And for this paragraph on top, how much it is?
20 pixels. It should be 40 between first one and second one.
Yeah. So for top one, for second paragraph on top, we have 20 pixels. And for first paragraph at bottom, we have 20 pixels. So these two margins, if you will see vertically, are getting collapsed, isn't it?
Yes.
So these are not getting added like 20 pixels of like 20 pixels margin at the bottom of this first paragraph, and top margin of this second paragraph is not getting added here. So we can see here clearly it is getting collapsed. So always remember vertical margin if you are giving, okay, so vertical margin will collapse. And one thing here you have to remember that like P nth child, okay, first one and second one, margin bottom I'm giving just, okay, just to show you margin bottom 40 pixel, okay, and for second child margin top 20 pixels. So what do you think? What will be the output here? How much gap will be there in between these two paragraphs? Sorry,
40
20
pixels.
pixels.
20 or 40 or 60?
60.
40, 40.
It will be 40 only,
Yes,
okay,
sir.
because see for
20.
the second para, how much it is on top?
20 pixel only.
20.
20 pixels. And for first para,
40
margin
pixel.
bottom is how much?
40
40
pixel.
pixels.
And as I said, vertical margin will collapse. So it is getting collapsed, no? But which one is higher, 40 or 20? 40. So that will be applied on that particular element. Excuse me. Okay. So here we have just 20, here we have 40. So 40 is higher. And these two, see, these two margins are getting collapsed actually. But this one is higher, this one is 40. So here we have 40 pixels gap. Is that clear, everyone?
Yes, sir. Clear that.
Yeah.
Or question if you have, you can ask.
No question.
No?
No, sir.
Okay, fine. So always remember vertical margin will collapse and the one which will be higher, that is going to apply on that like a particular element in between that element. So this is the case for the vertical margin. Okay. Now, again, I'm going to write here float left. Okay. And paragraph width, I'm going to give here, let's say 200 pixels. Margin 20 pixels. Okay, so 20 pixels means each and every side, isn't it? So vertically, if you will see here, here we have 20 pixels, and for this one also, here we have 20 pixels, no, right side, and for this one also 20 pixels left side. So here horizontally, these two margins are getting added. So 20 pixels for this one and 20 pixels for this one. How much it is now? Total gap between these 40. So horizontally margin will not collapse, but vertically it will collapse, and the one which will be higher, that will be applied in between. Okay, that one. So is that clear now how vertical and like horizontal margin works if you have like side by side two different elements?
Yes.
Okay, fine.
Sir, can we fill any color in margin area?
So margin area we cannot fill, we cannot target that one because that is outside the box. Okay, fine. Now, okay, one thing. Outline 2 pixels solid red. Dotted. 1 second. No, we cannot. Outline, we have another topic that I will show you, like in box model only. I will show you that. Okay. So now here we have $20 pixels. We can do that now only. See, so outline, how much margin we have right now? 20 pixels. Solid. See, are you able to see that, no? Margin area?
Yes, sir. Yes.
Is that clear now?
Yes.
So we can show margin area also. Just you have to remember, I will show you like how actually border and outline works. Most of the time people use like border and outline and they think like it is same, but these two are two different things in box model. So here, just to show you that like margin, I'm showing you here this.
So margin collapse doesn't work horizontally, right?
Yes, it will not work.
Okay.
But vertically it will collapse, and the one which one will be higher, no, that will be applied. Okay.
Okay.
Still here everything is clear, no?
Yes, sir. Clear.
Is it required if we apply display as flex? I mean, basically,
Sorry. In display it will not collapse. That is the different case. Okay. So that is one exception I will show you. Like if you are using display flex in that case it will not work because we have a different property called gap. Okay, so that I will show you once we will start the flex layout. Don't worry about that. But in normal layout, if you are using margin, vertical margin will collapse and horizontal will not.
Okay.
Okay.
Sir, what this float left is doing?
So here float left is for like if we have much space on the right hand side, each and every element will stack just next to each another. Okay. So for that also we have one module called positioning. In that I will show you how float works. Okay, float left, right. Okay. So here just to show you that like how these margins are not getting collapsed. So I have applied here float left, that property.
Can we add text in margin area?
No, you can add, but by using generated content, and you have to position it in margin area. You have to position it directly here. You cannot add. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, so that is possible. Okay, so now the next thing here we have after this one, I'm going to remove this float left, and even I'm going to remove now the second paragraph, or all these paragraphs I'm going to remove. We'll uncomment this div, save it. We do not have any paragraph right now. Just give me 2 minutes, no? Here we have already these things. Okay, so here we have box, this box. I'm going to target especially for margin, okay, that div here, and we'll write. Someone asked me like how auto will work. If I'm going to apply margin auto, what is the meaning of this? Margin auto for which side?
It will come to center. That
All sides it will be, but automatically it will adjust for the left and right hand side, but here vertically it will not work. Okay, because whatever the height of the element is there, no, so it will consider that only. Automatically for top and bottom margin will not work, and if you have enough space left and right hand side, automatically it will adjust in the center. Next thing here we have, if you are using margin top and bottom 0, okay, top and bottom 0 means here simply left and right auto. What will be the output now? Same as we have right now, same result. What if I'm going to use here left and right auto, and top and bottom, how much it is?
20
pixels. 20 pixels. So horizontally this one is now in center. Okay, isn't it? What if you want to keep that one vertically also in center? What you have to do?
Auto.
No, that will not work, as I said. So here we have seen no margin auto. So auto is for all four sides. So that was not working. Okay, fine. One more thing. 20 pixels. What if you want this one extreme right side? What you have to do? So by default it is on left hand side. What if you want to push this box on the right, extreme right side?
Float right.
No, we do not have to use float. We have to use margin only.
Flex
Then
align right.
text line will not work for the block level element. So margin left auto. So adjust what I'm saying, left side, whatever space is there, no, automatically adjust it. And now it will push that one on the extreme right side. So on the left hand side, it is taking whatever the extra space was there, no, that is on left hand side now. So you can use margin left auto to push any element on the right hand side, and by default it was on left side. So margin right, if you will use auto, again it will push back to that original position. Okay, is that clear, everyone?
Yes, sir.
Sir, what if we put margin right 0?
So margin right
Yes,
0,
margin right 0. Yes.
it will be there only, but on right side there will be no margin of this box. So margin right 0 means right side of this box there is no margin. If you will add margin right 10 pixels, so now we have 10 pixels margin on the right hand side of this box, isn't it?
Okay.
Yeah. One last thing for today, and then we'll be like, yeah, we are done with the margin topic. Just one thing, yesterday Murali Krishna, you asked me like when to use calc function. Now I'm going to show you here how we can use margin. I'm saying top and bottom, let's say left and right auto, top and bottom 20 pixels. So now it is in center, top 20 pixels. But what I want, every time, whatever the viewport size is, this box should be in center only. Okay. So here we can use that calc function. Okay. So what is the height right now? In VH, if I'll ask you like how much it is, just give me 2 minutes. Huh? This is 100 VH, no? The viewport height. So
Yes.
simply we can write 100 VH. Okay. What is the box height? Box height is 200 pixels. Okay, fine. So 100 VH, whatever the viewport height is, minus, okay, minus height is 200 pixels. So here it will push at the bottom. See here. So 100 pixels means 100 viewport height is here, and minus how much? 200 pixels. So it is going, it is pushing here. Let's say if we have 50 viewport height, so here it is minus 200 pixels. Okay. If I'll keep the half of this box, half of the box, 50% means here. Okay. And minus 100 pixels. So now it will be in center.
Yes.
So vertically and horizontally, now this box is in center without using flexbox. Is that clear, everyone?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, so we are done for the day. Tomorrow we'll start with the next topic in this box model module only. We have box sizing, rounded corners, whatever the topics we left with, we'll continue with that one only. Okay. Thank you,
Okay, sir.
everyone.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Right.
Good night.
Right.